This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, how there, ho there. It's Jeff Cutter and welcome you to another Sports Catastrophe on this day. And on this day, October the 18th, 1977, one of the best hitting performances by a player in a World Series clinching game happened. It's the 1977 World Series, and Game 6 happened. And as people will know, Yankees won Game 6 to win the World Series. Their first World Series in 15 years, which is a long time if you're a Yankee fan. But, you know, current Yankee fans at least have to acknowledge that that 15-year drought wasn't the worst in Yankees history. It was 18 years from 1978 to 1986. Anyhow, so the Yankees and Dodgers would face each other off in the World Series. Reggie Jackson, Mr. October, for his heroics. And Billy Martin won his only World Series title as a Yankee manager, or as a manager in the first place. Anyhow, the series was televised on ABC. This was the first time ABC had the World Series in history. It was always NBC. But under a new agreement, NBC and ABC would alternate World Series coverage every year till 1990. As normally, ABC would get the World Series in odd-numbered years, NBC in even-numbered years. So the New York Yankees were the world got to the world, were the world champions. But in '76, they fell 4 straight to the big red machine of the Cincinnati Reds. The Yankees decided to go for it and get Reggie Jackson for a 5-year, $2.96 million deal. Off of that, they also took Cincy's ace pitcher Don Gullett for a 6-year deal. Don Gullett, I don't think, did well for the Yankees. 2 other key players were acquired by the Yankees through trades. Bucky Dent was picked up from the White Sox for Oscar Gamble, Lamar Hoyt, and $200,000. So they went with a shortstop. And then Mike Torres was picked up after spending 1 year with the A's in exchange for Doc Ellis and a couple of utility men. The Yankees looked good. They had a bad first half, but the second half they flew off the handle and won the AL East over Boston and Baltimore by 2.5 games. Ron Guidry emerged as a great starting pitcher at 16-7. The Yankees did beat the Kansas City Royals in the final game of the ALCS. Now, Ron Guidry could have been a Toronto Blue Jay if it wasn't for Peter Bavasi, who was the GM of the Blue Jays, needing a marketable name pitcher, quote unquote, and didn't want to trade Bill Singer. That was a brutal mistake for the Blue Jays. Anyhow, we don't know if Ron Guidry would have been decent for the Jays or not. Anyhow, the LA Dodgers were managed by Tommy Lasorda, who was in his first full season as manager after Walter Alston left. The 1977 Dodgers had 4 30-home run men. This was the first time ever. Steve Garvey hit 33, Reggie Smith hit 32, Ron Cey hit 30, and Dusty Baker, yes, that Dusty Baker, hit 30. The pitching staff had some great chemistry. Tommy John, after getting his Tommy John surgery with a 21 season, and Charlie Hood, the knuckleballer, who was the closer. The Dodgers basically were unstoppable in the NL West. So the Yankees-Dodgers matchup, what happened? For the first time since 1963. So Game 1 on October 11, 1977 went to 12 innings. Willie Randolph had a double. Munson was walked intentionally to get to Paul Blair, former Orioles star Paul Blair. Paul Blair got a base hit to score Randolph. Game over. Sparky Lyle beat Rick Rhoden. Well, the starting pitchers were Don Sutton and I don't know who the Yankees were. They're not telling me who the Yankees main guy was. It doesn't matter. So anyway, the Dodgers went back and beat the Yankees 6-1. Bert Hooton outpitched Catfish Hunter. So yeah, that was huge. So actually, an hour before the first pitch, a fire had started in Public School 3, an abandoned elementary school, a few blocks east of Yankee Stadium. ABC cut to a helicopter camera for an overhead view of Yankee Stadium and surrounding neighborhood catching the fire. Howard Cosell said, "There it is, ladies and gentlemen, the Bronx is burning." And this became the catalyst for a book and TV miniseries focusing on New York City 1977. Not just the Yankees, but with a powerful blackout and a lot of looting and all that stuff. Game 3 was at Dodger Stadium, and the Yankees scored 3 runs in the first inning to win 5-3. Mike Torres beat Tommy John. There was actually a moment of silence in memory of Bing Crosby, who was a former Pittsburgh co-owner and the guy who luckily caught Game 7 of the 1960 World Series, Mazeroski's home run, off of a kinescope. If it wasn't for the kinescope, we would not have the full highlights of Game 7 of the 1960 World Series. So yeah, I think he was in Mexico golfing and he died. Anyway, Linda Ronstadt sang the national anthem wearing jeans and a Dodgers warm-up jacket. And a lot of people said that it was a good one of the best renditions at a sporting event. Weird. Anyway, New York would win Game 4 thanks to 3 runs in the second inning. Ron Guidry beat Doug Rowell in the game. Game 5, the Dodgers were up against it, but they pounded the Yankees and Don Gollett, winning the game 10-4. Don Sutter got the win. Now it's time for the finale. Over 56,000 were at Yankee Stadium to watch Mike Torres and Bert Hooton go head-to-head. Torres was trying to go 2-0. Anyway, the Dodgers scored first in the first inning, 2 runs, with Steve Garvey's 2-run triple down the right field line that scored Reggie Smith and Ron Say. New York would tie it as Chris Chambliss hit a home run after Reggie Jackson was walked on 4 pitches. Reggie didn't take the bat off his shoulders, and then Chambliss hit a home run. So it was 2-2. But Reggie Smith would hit his 3rd home run of the series to make it 3-2. But the 4th inning, things changed. After Ferdinand Munson singled, Reggie took a fastball from Hooton and put it into the right field seats, making it 4-3 Yankees and chasing Bert Hooton. Elias Sosa came into the game. Chambliss would hit a double, and then Piniella got a sac fly to make it 5-3. Yes, that Lou Piniella. So anyway, the Yankees would add 2 more in the 5th after Randolph was on first base after a fielder's choice. And after Munson flew out, Reggie took the first pitch off Elias Sosa and knocked it into the right field seats to make it 7-3. LA needed to make a change, so they used Doug Rowell to get on Chambliss. But then, of course, the bottom of the 8th, Reggie strode to the plate, and Charlie Hood was on the mound. He threw a knuckler. Reggie saw it and crushed it 475 feet into the center field batter's eye, aka the blackened bleachers, for an 8-3 lead. He was the first player to hit 3 home runs in a World Series game since Babe Ruth in 1928. In fact, Reggie homered on the last 4 swings of the bat in the series. Because in Game 5, he hit a home run in the 8th inning. But anyway, it was amazing. That Reggie took 4 swings and then hit 4 home runs with those things. You just can't make that up. I don't think Babe Ruth even did that. Dodgers may have scored, but Mike Torres stayed on the mound, and he got the win. So the Yankees won the World Series. Strangely enough, the Dodgers actually outscored the Yankees 28-26 in that series. It was amazing and all that. But this is the last World Series, the 1977 one, to be completed without a save. Nobody got a save in that series. That's kind of weird. Anyway, yeah. So ABC broadcast the World Series and all that. And NBC was exclusive. It was a lot of impact. Reggie Jackson was Mr. October. Reggie was named World Series MVP. Of course he would be. Sparky Lyle ended up winning the Cy Young Award. That. Well, the Yankees and Dodgers would meet in the 78 and 81 World Series. With the Yankees and Dodgers split. Yankees winning 78, but losing in 81. Mike Torres would not pitch for the Yankees in the 78 series. Mike Torres left again for Boston on another one-year deal. And unfortunately, Mike Torres was the same pitcher who gave up that 3-run home run to Bucky Dent. You know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, it was amazing. The 1977 Yankees. They were good. Reggie was a powerful guy, but he had an ego the size of Manhattan. Trust me. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.